Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to this Liberty League semifinal matchup between the visiting Ithaca Bombers and the Union Garnet Chargers. So we saw on Tuesday that Union went up against RIT, wins 15-7 there, and then Ithaca went against Clarkson, and they dominated Clarkson last time, 18-5. So a lot on the line here. Also, over in Geneva, it is the decision for who will make the final here for the Liberty League between William Smith and the University of Rochester, playing right now at 4. So make sure to check that score at halftime over here, see what's going on there. So last time that these teams played, this game went to overtime. Union pulls out the win all the way back in March over them 13-12 because Maddie Schiller scored her 4th goal of the game. And Union went on a 4-1 run late there in the end. So here we're looking at the 2 seed against the 3 seed, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Compa against Hardy on the draw to kick us off. Again, we are so happy that you could join us here for the semifinal matchup as it's about to get underway. And here is Compa on the draw, and we're about to get started. Draw goes the way of Ithaca, and we are off here. So like I said, these teams haven't seen each other in over a month. So there's a pass into the middle there. Dembowski's there to scoop it up, and she's going to take it herself for the clear. Ithaca tries to chase her down, nothing there, and Compa might go all the way. She doesn't. She's knocked off the ball there. Stick check. Ithaca immediately picks it back up. So quick start here for Ithaca, and then Dembowski couldn't really find a pass there for Union. And here's Ithaca with Holowinski on the ball. Now the ball's at X. Trying to find a pass over the middle, looking for a cutter. Nobody's there. Union playing some good defense here. Finds a pass up top. One-on-one here. Union not letting anything happen. Tries to spin away from it. Nothing there. Ithaca keeps trying to find a pass. Finds one over the middle. Nothing's there. Waiting for the scoop from Union. There's Johnson on the clear. And Union clears that one out and is going to look to set up. The ball's with Joseph. Here comes Schiller. Schiller around the net. She shoots, hits off the stick of Ithaca. Nothing there. Great chance there for Schiller. Schiller against RIT had 5 goals in that quarterfinal matchup there just on Tuesday. Hopefully you tuned into that one. And now here is Ithaca with the ball at X. Ithaca finds a pass. She looks like she's going to shoot. She doesn't. It's backed off the ball by Dembowski. Falls up top. Lockney defending. She has her beat. She shoots off the post. Picked up by Ithaca. Finds a pass over the middle. Nothing's there. Looking for it. There's a call. And it looks like it's going to be a yellow card. We will see. That's Johnson running into the penalty box. Yep, so it's going to be a yellow card. 2 minutes for Johnson early here. Just 12:15 on the clock, so Ithaca's going to get a pretty early free position shot. Some confusion here on the field. Ithaca's still waiting for it. Here comes Ithaca. Shoots. Saved. Great save there by Sidney Widlitz. An immediate clear to Dembowski. Finds Lockney. Lockney with a try for a bounce pass over the middle. Finds Verano. Verano knocked off the ball. Ball still on the ground, scooped up by Ithaca. So the Widlitz save is, I guess, lost in the transition there. And here comes Ithaca again. That was natural on the free position shot there for Ithaca. Ball's at X. Back up top. This is kind of what we saw before from Ithaca. I'm trying to find somebody on the outside, maybe a cut in the middle. There is somebody in the middle. Here's a shot, another save for Widlitz. And here's Lockney on the clear. Widlitz locked in right now. Lockney trying to find a pass. Goes all the way back to Verano. Right about the 25 on your screens here. And here comes Union on the clear. Ball's with Pats. Pats is going to just keep running if they're going to give her space. Dumps it off. Kind of a lazy pass there out of the stick. Schiller keeps it there. Schiller had that almost wraparound goal earlier, and now Union's going to set up their offense. This is pretty much the first offensive possession we've seen that's, been able to set up here for the Garnet Chargers. The ball is with Schiller. Schiller's just knifing through, shoots, save Ithaca. Ball still on the ground, scooped up. Ithaca gives it back to the goalie, so Union now with their first credited shot of the game here in just under 10 minutes left in this first quarter. And Ithaca on these clears has just been fantastic here early, and Lockney almost just steals it out of the stick of Ithaca. Ball's on the ground right in front of the goal. Spiked up in the air, tries to find the stick of Dembowski, and then Johnson out of the box comes in to scoop that one up. Now here comes Union. Union looking for a whistle and finds one. That is Maddie Greco checking into the game. And a green card is going to be assessed to Ithaca there. That's Lily Cody on the green card, so 1 minute. Wait for the whistle, and now here comes Union. Ball's still with Greco. Greco finds Del Papa. Del Papa looking for a pass, isn't there. Finds Mickelson. Mickelson kind of dancing around. Ball's with Compa. Or Del Papa. Ball's at X now. Back up to Compa. Trying to find a cutter over there. Not open. Shelley didn't think she could find it. Back up top to Compa. Union really just trying to find all of these cutters in the middle. There's nothing going there. Finds one. She's trying to shoot it. Great defense by Ithaca. That's on to Mickelson. Pass in the middle. Del Papa couldn't really find it. Hits off the stick of Ithaca, finds a pass, rips it, shoots, scores. Maddie Schiller. What an absolute rip, and Union strikes first here. With Maddie Schiller getting her first goal, starting right where she left off against RIT. Maddie Schiller, the team's second leading scorer, just behind Joseph. Hannah Compa credited the assist here. And here's Compa again here on the draw. So Union strikes first, 8:27 on the clock here. And the draw goes the way of Union. And here comes Maddie Greco. Greco knifing through defenders, and a whistle is blown. It looks like it's going to be another green card here on Ithaca. It is. It's going to be Sarah Bernier on the call there. And now here's Union balls with Schiller. Just scored a second ago. Now with Glancy, passes it over. Here's Joseph to Schiller. To Glancy, finds a pass over the middle. Del Papa shoots, scores. Del Papa on the goal there. And Christina Glancy is credited the assist there. So Union, it looks like Ithaca came out to the stronger start there in that first 5 minutes, but Union now with a 2-0 lead. And here's Compa again on the draw. Compa been the person to go to all year for these Garnet Chargers. Loses the one there. This one goes the way of Ithaca. Ball out of the stick. Good defense there by Compa. And I believe that was also Alana Mickelson there helping out. So now the ball's with Union. And here comes Maddie Greco with just all types of speed. Knifing through. Spins a girl. And then finds Mickelson. Mickelson looking like she wanted to take a wraparound shot or find a pass. Neither was there. Now here's Joseph. Joseph spinning. Trying to find it. Calming it down to Schiller to Compa. Ball's now with Joseph. Joseph likes to do these one-on-ones. She's driving. She comes in. She shoots it. She scores. Jillian Joseph.
Union College goals from number 2, Jillian Joseph.
So kind of a isolation play there for Jillian Joseph. Just she loves those one-on-ones. Beats her defender left and then just rips it. So Jillian Joseph tacking on to this. They're already very impressive season. Union has 3 players this season that have all reached 50 points. The last time that they did that was in 2008. So it's been a long 18 years there, but the trifecta of Joseph, Schiller, and Glancy it's been money for these Garnet Chargers this year, and now they have a 3-0 lead, and the ball is with Del Papa. Already has one here early. Del Papa finds Joseph and Schiller, and this is the setup that they like to have. Schiller at the top, cuts, Compa sets a screen. Schiller tries to find her off the pass, nothing there. Joseph knifing in. Joseph shoots and scores. So that goal there, kind of a fun one. Joseph rings it off the top left post, hits the back shoulder of the Ithaca goalie and just rolls in. So Union now 4-0. Joseph has 2, and Ithaca's going to call timeout. 6:08. Don't go anywhere as Union is up 4-0 here early. Back here at Frank Bailey Field, Union off to a very hot start, 4-0 with just about 9 minutes ticked away here. So Joseph with 2, Del Papa with 1, and Schiller with 1. And here's Compa again to take the draw. And Compa wins it. And Compa's just going to take this herself here. And she's hounded by 2 Ithaca defenders. Kind of weird backhand pass there. Finds the stick at Del Papa. Del Papa finds goal. And a pass right in front of the goal. Behind the back shot. And nothing's there. Jillian Joseph trying to have some style on that one. It was a shot rings in there very quickly from Glancy, and there's nothing there. Union moving very quickly on offense, having these shots ring in. Mickelson finds a pass, shoots, scores. Maddie Doyle. Doyle from Mickelson, and Union now 5-0.
Union goals from number 8, Maddie Doyle. Assist number 12, Lana Mickelson.
So Union now 5-0 nothing after a very quick offensive possession. 3 shots kind of just fell back to back to back, and Ithaca has no way of stopping them from just kind of knifing to the middle. They're cutting off these cutters early, but right there they just couldn't. Compa controls the draw again, goes all the way back to Dembowski, and Dembowski's going to dump it to Johnson for the clear. Here comes Sammy Johnson. Sammy Johnson just knifing through Ithaca. Union here shoots, scores. So Union again, very quickly. That's Quincy on the goal.
Union goals from number 9, Christina Quincy.
So Christina Quincy gets the goal, and then Joseph adds on to her point total with an assist. And frankly, that all happened off of the, coast to coast Johnson clear there. And also with that Schiller goal very early, that is 52 goal scorers with 50 goals for the Garnet Chargers in the same season, and that's the 3rd time in program history since 2005. That was the last time that happened, so 21 years later, the Garnet Chargers are just firing on offense. And Union on the clear has no help, finds Dembowski all the way back to Johnson. And Johnson's looking to find somebody. It looks like she's going to go to Lockney. She does. Here's Lockney. Lockney stays in bounds. Great play there. Finds Mickelson, and Mickelson's going to take it. Defense a little slow to slide there, but the Union offense just not there to give her a pass. Behind the goal, finds Compa in front. Shoots, scores. Hannah Compa gets in on the action. So Hannah Compa, known for the draw controls, is now has a goal here, and Glancy gets an assist there. So Glancy has a goal and an assist. Compa has a goal and an assist. Joseph has a goal and an assist. And Mickelson has an assist. Points are coming in bunches here early for Union, as it is now 7-0. And really, you can base it all off of just this transition. I mean, Union is just outrunning Ithaca right now. In early, I mean, Ithaca, I would argue, had better transitions than Union did within that first 5. That Compa to draw straight into the Greco stick, and now here comes Maddie Greco. Maddie Greco spins 3 defenders. Greco's coming in lefty, and it is hit away by the Ithaca defense. A good defensive play there from Ithaca, and it was needed. They needed to really calm it down and stop this bleeding that they have here early. As Union's taking full advantage, but Union hounding Ithaca right now. That was Joseph and Quincy keeping the ball behind midfield. And now here comes Ithaca. And Ithaca finds a pass, and it's now going to settle into their offense. We haven't seen this Ithaca offense. I mean, only 3 shots here, and we haven't seen them have a real chance, really, in the last 6 minutes to notch anything on the board. But here's Ithaca. Finds a ball up top. She's looking to attack one-on-one. She is. She comes in, shoots wide. And the ball pass comes in just a little too hard for the Ithaca control. It looked like a good chance at a shot there, but just hits off the Ithaca stick. I mean, that pass was right in the pocket. And now Union's going to take some control of it with Dembowski. Dembowski looking to find Del Papa. Does. Out comes Del Papa. Del Papa just outrunning Ithaca there. Finds Schiller. Schiller already has a goal here. Schiller's knifing through. Looks like she wants it. She's going to take it. She's going to shoot, and it goes wide. Union's going to retain possession here on offense. 2:25 left in this first quarter. Balls with Glancy behind the goal. Finds Compa. Compa's going to calm it down. Compa's going to go back to X. Here's Joseph. Joseph trying to find a pass over the middle. Doesn't. Kicks it all the way out to Schiller. Schiller, we saw her try to take that one-on-one. Here she goes. She's spinning again. She comes in. She shoots. It's saved by Ithaca. Schiller trying to notch another one there. Good save, Ithaca, and an immediate clear by the Bombers. Now here comes Ithaca. Ithaca's going to pass to X. That was Holowinski on the clear there. Passes it up top. Now what Union's doing here is just not letting anybody over the middle. Shot comes in. Save there. At least looked like it from Widlitz. And it looked like that was Kelly Gary there on the shot. And Ithaca's going to keep having the possession here. Shot clock's at 40. And this is what we saw. We saw this one-on-one earlier. She knifes in. She has it through the middle, and Ithaca shoots and scores. That is Lily Cody with the goal there. So Ithaca with just gets on the board with just under a minute left here. Now a 7-1 lead for Union. And that's what Ithaca's been trying to find here on offense, is just any way to get into the middle. Now they had that free position, but a great save by Widlitz there in the first opening minutes. And there, I mean, they just beat the Union defense inside and just had a good shot. Widlitz really didn't have that much time to even think about saving that one. And so here comes the draw. 50.3 left here in the first. Comp has really been having control of these draws here. But it feels like every single time I say that, then she's going to lose one. And this one goes the way of, was about to go the way of Ithaca, but in comes in Mickelson just to jar that one loose. As a whistle is blown there. And it's going to be a yellow card against Kelly O'Gary.
Yellow card being set against number 6, Kelly O'Gary.
Or O'Gary, sorry. The junior from Clifton Park, New York. And Mickelson's going to start with the ball here. Now, Union has been winning on the transition, so it's going to be curious to see what Mickelson does here. And Mickelson finds Del Papa now to set up this offense. Now, Union could just sit and wait with the ball there to maintain possession, and it looks like that's what they're going to do, is Doyle's kind of just walking with the ball on their stick to keep the possession going into this second quarter. So just under 10 seconds now. And at the end of the first quarter, Union with a commanding 7-1 lead. But Ithaca came back at the end of this first to get on the scoreboard. So don't go anywhere. We will be back in 2 minutes here. Frank Bailey Field. Union again up 7-1. back here at Frank Bailey Field for the start of the second quarter. If you missed the first, Union just turned on the offense right around that 13-minute mark and is up 7-1. Now we're going to take a little look around the Liberty League there. And over in Geneva, New York at Williams-Smith, a very similar story as Williams-Smith is beating Rochester 7-1. So Union's going to start with possession here as and remember that Ithaca still does have that yellow card, so they do have somebody in the box with just over a minute left on that penalty, and Union's going to start this offense up. The ball is with Schiller, and a whistle is blown as I'm a little curious to see what they're going to do here and what the call is. There's no card given, but a free position shot is awarded. And here comes Schiller. Schiller shoots it deep, and it's hit by an Ithaca stick, and Ithaca's here on the scoop. And here comes Ithaca. So, kind of a weird call there. It seemed like Union was just passing the ball around, and then Ithaca had a clearly something, and Ithaca loses the ball there. And now here comes Union again. So Schiller had the free position, doesn't get it, and now it's back in the hands of Schiller in the defense. He's going to find a pass across and finds Joseph down by the leg, shoots and scores. Joseph has a hat trick here, 8-1 Garnet Chargers.
Union goal with third of the game. Scoring number 2, Jillian Joseph.
Jillian Joseph just tacking on to that team high goal total. So now 8-1 Union, and Campo here on the draw. As the draw goes the way of Union, Union's going to pass it all the way back to Verano, finds Johnson. Greco with a nice catch there off of somewhat of a wide pass, and she's going to try to knife through and gets a whistle blown, green card assessed. It looks like it's going to go against Ithaca. It does. That is Sydney Smith now headed to the box, the junior from Foxborough, Mass.
Green card assessed to number 10, Sydney Smith.
Now, this isn't the only Union Ithaca matchup today, as the men's lacrosse team is over. As a ball shot comes in, what a pass. Joseph sat just right in the perfect spot for another goal, her fourth now of the game, and it looked like it was Schiller on the assist there. So Schiller is going to get the assist. It is going to go the way of Maddie Schiller. So Schiller's got a goal and an assist now. Jillian Joseph now has 4 goals and 1 assist. And Union is up 9-1. And over in Ithaca, the men's lacrosse team is up 5-0 in the second. period over there. So if you can catch the last couple minutes, it doesn't really sound like it, but make sure to check out that score after this game and see what happens there. Is now Union is going to win off the compa draw. And here comes Lockney. Lockney spinning, falling whistle is blown. And a green card is assessed to Sydney Smith. So Ithaca really and it's going to be for a block for 1 minute. Is the call there. So Ithaca really having some penalty trouble here, and Union's taking full advantage. As now here comes the Union offense. And Compa thought about a shot, nothing there. Pass into the middle. Mickelson couldn't find it. Passes it around, finds it. DePapa shoots. Ball goes wide and is going to go the way of Ithaca. Ithaca with a nice play there, and what you wouldn't have expected if you saw that game in March is just this sort of. And now it is early. It is early, so I'm not going to speak too soon, but a 9-1 lead is pretty commanding in the first half here. As a deep pass is found to an Ithaca stick, and she's going to bring it to set up this Ithaca offense. And here is Ithaca to set it up again. Union is leading 17-5 in shots. 11:30 here and just under a minute on the shot clock. Ball's at X for Ithaca. Bombers trying to find a cutters, nothing there. Ithaca cutting through. Ithaca looking to find a shot, doesn't. Ball's wrap around. She's looking for a wraparound shot. Isn't there, but a whistle is blown. And it looks like it's going to be a free position. For Natural. Natural comes in. The ball hits off of an Ithaca player behind the goal. Is now another whistle is blown against Union. Dembowski is going to go to the box with a green card. And here's Ithaca with another chance. So no free position there on that green card. And Ithaca's trying to find something over the middle, and they can't. The ball's moving. Here comes Ithaca. Really looks like she had a chance to run in and shoot that one, but she decides against it. He's going to have another one. And Union with fantastic defense as a whistle is blown again against Union. And it's going to be a free position shot here. This is Sydney Smith, who has had some penalty trouble here on this free position. And curious to see if she's going to try to find a passer to shoot this one. Looks like she's going to shoot it. She runs in, shoots, scores. So Sydney Smith gets on the board there for Ithaca on that free position goal. So now a 9-2 lead for Ithaca. Or 9-2 lead for Union. Ithaca cuts the lead now to just 7. As the Dembowski penalty has expired, so she's back in the game. And here's Compa on the draw. As here comes Compa again. Compa trying to find a pass. And can't, and she's just dancing as a horn is blown and a timeout is called by Union, a very strategic timeout. So we'll be back in a second, a 9-2 now lead for the Garnet Chargers. Back here at Frank Bailey Field off of the Union timeout. So a little check-in on the William Smith Rochester game. It is 9-1 over there in Geneva, New York. William Smith leading that, but here comes Union with Mickelson. Mickelson's probably going to dump that to set up his offense. Mickelson finds Schiller. Schiller back over. Ball's with Doyle, and now here's Schiller. Schiller spins, knifing through. Ball's hit out of the stick, but a whistle, I believe, is blown. As now here comes Schiller on the free position. She shoots. As now another whistle is blown. And I think Schiller's going to get another chance on this one, as she does. Now Schiller, back-to-back times, hasn't run at it, just is looking to rip it. So we'll see. Takes a step in, bounce shot goes in. Maddie Schiller with her second goal this game. Gives Union now a 10-2 lead.
Union goal, second of the game, score number 14, Maddie Schiller.
So Schiller now has 2. A 10-2 lead for Union. And here's Compa to take the draw. So before this tournament started, you saw Mickelson taking some of the draws, and you see Compa with, looks like a brace on her right hand, so maybe that was what was causing the issue, because it's not really seeming like today Comp is going to lose many of these draws, but Union loses possession there and immediately looks to get it back and does. Ball's in the stick of now Mickelson as a whistle is blown. And looks like a little bit of confusion here. As so, there's going to be a green card against Ithaca. It is, and it's going to go against Lillian Baceto. So Lillian Baceto gets the green card there for a minute, and Union's going to stay on offense. Pass comes in, Union knifing through, comes in, shoots, and scores. That is Maddie Doyle, the senior, getting her second goal for this Garnitures team. An 11-2 lead now for Union, 7:26 left in this second quarter.
Union goal, her second of the game, score number 8, Maddie Doyle.
So Doyle really just kind of knifes through the Ithaca defense there and just rips one. Kind of right through this. Right through Datillo's legs pretty much. So, and really here Union they're doing the way to just take control here, and it's coming off the Compa draw. And Ithaca is changing draw controls as they're waiting to see who's going to win that one, as kind of as a call was expected. I think Union expected a call to go the way of Union tried to call that go their way. I thought there's a hit against Joseph there. I saw Joseph go down. She gets up, but the ball's in the stick of Lily Cody. Cody also has one of the 2 goals for Ithaca and is going to find Sydney Smith, the other goal scorer on this clear, but Union is hounding. That's Christina Glancy trying to keep the ball, as Joseph with a great play there, and then Mickelson with a great scoop. Lana Mickelson trying to find Christina Glancy as Mickelson goes down and a whistle is blown. Mickelson was really just trying to outrun the Ithaca defense there. There's no card assessed. So it's going to stay with Lana Mickelson here, and she's just going to pass it to Maddie Schiller. Here comes Schiller. Schiller's trying to knife through. Can't, passes it behind the Union net, and it is now with Glancy. Glancy with a goal and an assist on the day finds Doyle. Doyle just scored a minute to go here with Compa. Compa sees the pick. Schiller trying to knife around Ithaca. Can't. Passes it out. Here's Glancy. Glancy tries to go right. He's moved back left. Finds Mickelson. Mickelson finds Joseph, and another goal for Union. Jillian Joseph now 5 in this first half. Joseph and a timeout is called here. It looks like it's going to go the way of Ithaca. Looks like it's Ithaca who calls timeout. It's expected. So Joseph had 6 against RIT and moved to 10th on the school single season list with 53 so far this season, but now has 58 in the first half here. And so we're going to look at a running clock against Ithaca here now with Union up by 10. And we'll be back very soon to watch the end of this first half. So back here at Frank Bailey, we're going to do another check-in on the other semifinal game as William Smith is leading 11-1 against the University of Rochester over there. So a lot of Liberty League playoff happening right now. The wind down of the season. At the end of the men's game against Ithaca, it is 5-3 over in Ithaca, New York, and Ithaca comes in and wins the draw here, and they're going to try to move quickly. Ithaca finds a pass at X, looking for the wraparound. Johnson there. Ithaca now looking to set up their offense. It's with Lily Cody. Lily Cody already has a goal here. Passes out to Kelly Algeri. Pass to the middle for Ithaca. Ooh, tough shot there, goes wide. Ball still at X for Ithaca, just under 40 on the shot clock. A chance there for Ithaca. Gonna try to attack one-on-one. She makes a move, she rips it, and a good shot and a good goal there. That's Algeri on the goal. So Algeri there comes in and stops the running clock here. So now just a 9-goal lead for the Garnet Chargers. Exactly 4 minutes left in this first half. And here's Compa on the draw. Compa wins the draw here. Tries to find the stick of Schiller. It looks like this one might roll out of bounds. And it does. It's going to go the way of Ithaca, so too much of a pass there from Compa. Schiller can't put a stick on it. And now here is Ithaca. Ithaca trying to clear the midfield. Defensive play there. Immediately scooped up by Greco. Matty Greco in a chase. He's going to bring it all the way to actually. We don't see a lot of Greco on offense. There's a high pass there. Comes in on Del Papa and moves away. And Ithaca is just going to outrun Claudia Pats there. Finds a pass in the middle. Another give and go situation here. Wraparound goal. And there it is. Another goal for the Ithaca Bombers. Hit a tough one at that. So Ithaca staying in this one. So Natural is credited the goal on that one, and that was pretty much all a little give and go there. And a tough shot from Natural, kind of a backhand, and Ithaca has changed the person taking the draw actually a few minutes ago. I believed it was Sydney Smith taking it, but now it's going to go with Catherine Scalen. And a false start there on the draw from Ithaca, so Union's going to retain possession there, and now here's Glancy. 2 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. And here's Union. Union balls at X. Glancy finds Compa at the top. Compa trying to knife through. Finds Schiller trying to find Joseph. Hits off a Union stick. It's cleared out by Mickelson into the stick at Del Papa, so Union's going to keep possession here. Glancy trying to find somebody over the middle. Goes to Del Papa up top. Del Papa makes him miss. Shoots, scores. That was Compa on the goal there. So Hannah Compa has 2. Compa, there looked like she didn't really have a shot. Decides to jump to get the angle. She jumps. A little bounce shot. Bounces just right of the Ithaca goalie. This is now 13 for a minute 58. And the draw goes straight up. Ithaca looking to control it and does. Is hit off the ball by Mickelson, and a green card. It looks like it's going to come in. It does. And that's going to be Jillian Joseph. Joseph A player who doesn't really find the penalty box all that much is going to have a minute in there. So a minute 40 ticking away in this first. And here comes Ithaca's offense. A high pass there, still controlled. Ithaca still trying to find its way over the middle. Can't. Kicks it up top. Tries to find somebody right for the goal. Does. Shoot, score. The nice feed there. Just beats Johnson on the catch there. I believe that was Natural. On the goal, there it is. So Ithaca now has 5 goals, 4 different goal scorers. Natural with 2 now. And 1:06 left, so Union kept a little bit more quiet here in this second as Ithaca is trying to claw their way back in. And Compa again on the draw against Scalen. And the draw goes away of Ithaca. Compa trying to take that one out of bounds. Hits off a Union stick. That was Greco. And now here's Pats. Pats is going to take the space that they give it to her. Hits off the top of the stick. Kind of knocked off the ball there. Overrun by Schiller. And Ithaca's going to scoop it up. 33 left here. And you would think that if you're Ithaca, you're going to just hold it. I mean, it's just the difference between. Now here's Ithaca. Ithaca, 18. Finds a pass over the middle, shoots and rips one in. There we go. Ithaca with a great play there as Catherine Scalen on the goal there. A very nice feed. So now 13-6 Union. So Union was up 7-1 at the end of the first there, but Ithaca has had 5 goals this period to Union's 6. And with just 13.2 left here, we'll see if Union tries to. That's right, Compa wins the draw, and she's going to move quickly here. She's trying to find a pass. Doesn't. She's going to take it herself. Has open space. There's a girl miss. Comes around, shoots it, scores it. Hannah Compa all by herself. Now has a hat trick for the Garnet Chargers. 0.6 remaining in the half. Compa controls the draw. Beats all Ithaca to one side of the field and then just takes it all the way in. So 0.6 here. So 0.6 left on the clock here. And here's Compa against Scalen on the draw. And obviously nothing there. So at the end of the first half, Union is up 14-6, leading 22-12 in shots. Joseph with 5, Compa with 3, and just a smattering of other goal scorers for the Garnet Chargers here. So don't go anywhere. We will be back in 10 minutes. Again, 14-6 Ithaca here at Frank Bailey. Back here at Frank Bailey Field for the second half of this Liberty League semifinal matchup. So, if you didn't tune into the first half of this game, Union really just came out swinging with a 7-1 lead into the first, at the end of the first, and then tack on another 7 into the second. Now, Ithaca did throw 5 goals into the mix in that second period, but what we've been seeing here early is just the Compa draw control has been just the thing that is really causing Union to have such a big lead. I mean, these transitions have been amazing for these Garnet Chargers, and offensively, I mean, they've 22 shots in that first half alone, and so that's pretty much the story. Is just this Union offense has been fantastic, and also some credit to Sydney Widlitz back there. I know she hasn't been faced with a whole lot, but I mean, there's 3 free position shots, and you know, none of them went in, so credit there. Now here's Union on offense. Tries to find a pass into Joseph, but it is immediately taken away by this Ithaca defense. And now Ithaca looking to find a clear high pass there, still taken in. Ball on the ground. Greco can't find their stick. Whistle's blown. Looks like it's going to be a green card. It's going to be on Christina Guancy here. And now here comes Ithaca. So Union, a short-lived offensive possession there. And Ithaca was showing flashes, and I mean, not even showing flashes, gave us some very, very good goals there into the second. I mean, you had that amazing ending goal for Scalander there, so these feeds have been great. There was another good one there. Scalander just couldn't find the shot. Find Scalander again. She has it. Save Widlitz. Widlitz with one of having a monster, has a monster career here for the Garnet Chargers. As Maddie Greco hounded by what seemed to be half of the Ithaca team, and still keeps control, but just couldn't get the pass to Del Papa. And now here comes Ithaca. Greco, the junior midi, is really, you know, been a huge, huge help on the clears here. But now here's Ithaca. The ball's at X. He's going to pass it around. Tries to attack the one-on-one. Does shoot. Save Widlitz. Ball's going to stay the way of Ithaca. Dembowski thought she won that. And Ithaca's going to keep the possession. Shot clock just under a minute here. Here's Cody. She's already scored one. Passes it to X. Now here's Scalen. Ithaca looking to attack one-on-one. Has nothing there. That was Jerry. As whistles are being blown here. And it looks like kind of a weird play here. I mean, there's no contact, but the clock is stopped. And now here is Ithaca again to set this up. The ball's just behind the goal on the left side, and immediately dumps it to Scalen. To Jerry. to Smith. They thought about a shot. Shooting space is going to be the call for Jerry. She already has scored one here. So free position shot. He's going to come in. She rips it just past Widlitz. A tough shot there. So Kelly Augeri, the junior, just from up the road, Clifton Park, New York, now has 2 for this Bomber squad. So now 14-7. Union is still leading this. But early here, within these first 4 minutes, Ithaca's just been outplaying Union. You know, Compa has the draw control there, but I mean, in the transition, Ithaca's just been hounding Union. As Compa looks like she's going to win the draw. Here comes in Mickelson for some help. As there's a call there. Sorry, it's going to go to number 22, Gabrielle Crellin. As now Union is going to be able to set up here. It's 10 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the third, and this is, again, Union's real first offensive possession. Is here's Del Papa. Del Papa finds Schiller. Schiller with a very high pass and rolls out just over the stick of Gwancy. And here's Ithaca. So, off the high pass of Schiller, Ithaca has a really good clear. And they're here to set up this offense. And lost offensive trip led into a goal. Remember that green card that was assessed has finally run out. As a move was tried to put on there, just couldn't find the footing from Ithaca. Balls with a nice little pass. Oh, what a play by the Bombers. Lily Cody on the goal, and what an assist that was. Just a nice little flick directly into the shooting. And that is Jerry on the assist. And if anything, I mean, the shot was great, but the pass was just as good, if not better. So now, what seemed to be out of reach for the Bombers is now just cut down to 6. Remember, the Union was up by 10. I believe it was 12-2 at that time. And they had a running clock against these Bombers, and now it's just 14-8. So Ithaca is really having some fun here. As this draw is going to be controlled by Greco. Stays on the ground. Greco gets a nice flick. A little, almost a tussle between Greco and Compa, but Greco's going to dish this up to Joseph. Now, Joseph in these opening 7 minutes has been a little quiet here. You haven't seen her really go in to rip a shot. As a pass is knocked away by this Ithaca defense. Joseph spins an Ithaca defender off of her and then finds Doyle for the pass. Doyle to Schiller. To Mickelson. Up to Compa. To Mickelson. Mickelson finds a pass. Del Papa looked for the wraparound there as this finds an Ithaca stick off the ground ball. And Mickelson tries to get it there. It doesn't. Now here's Ithaca on the clear. A nice pass to Del Papa. Just couldn't find the pocket. Now Ithaca is moving. Shot comes in and it scores. That is Aubrey Holowinski getting in, the freshman. So, again, like I said, what seemed to be out of reach is now just a 5-goal game. And Union is going to call timeout. 7:29 here, and don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just 2 minutes. Off of the Ithaca goal, Union calls timeout. Ball still on the ground. Compa trying to win it. Here comes in Mickelson for the help. Ithaca wins the ground ball and immediately finds a player on the clear. So the Bombers are rolling right now. Just a 5-goal lead here for Union that used to be 10. And on their, what seems to be every offensive possession so far has led to a goal. 6:50 left here in this third. Finds a pass at X. Johnson comes over, finds a pass above the head of Widlitz, and there another goal comes in Looks like it was Caitlin Clay. Oh, no goal. Never mind. Never mind. There's a quick turnaround. A shot comes in for Union, and there's a goal for Union. Christina Clancy comes in and scores off of the what seemed to be a sure Ithaca goal. So Christina Glancy takes away what the crowd, what seemed to be the Ithaca team, the only people who really thought that wasn't a goal was the Union team. Even the coaches put their heads down. So right there, Christina Glancy turns what everybody thought to be an Ithaca goal straight into one for Union. So now 15-9 lead for Union. And that Ithaca bench is very quiet right now. So Compa has been money here today on the draw. Can't say enough about her as Ithaca comes in to win that, but Mickelson is there. Compa finds Schiller, and Schiller is going to attack here one-on-one and finds Joseph to set up this offense. On runs Del Papa. The ball's going to be at X with Glancy. Glancy wanted to find Schiller, but there's two. A bad pass there is kept in by Del Papa. And now here's Joseph. Joseph, 5 on the day. Joseph up to Compa. Compa has a hat trick. Over to Schiller. There's it looks like a pretty just obvious call there against Ithaca. That's Gabrielle Krellin with a green card. I thought that was going to be a yellow. I mean, stick flew out of the hands there. So Union now with a reset shot clock. The ball's being passed around. Finds Del Papa. Del Papa had that almost goal earlier. Doyle makes a move, finds Del Papa. Del Papa finds Schiller. Schiller to the middle. To Joseph. Joseph rips one, but just wide. And now here comes Glancy. Glancy darting in. Can't find a shot. Tries to find Joseph. Does. Joseph on the ground. Nothing doing there. Ball stays down. Joseph on the ground with a great play. Pass tries to find Schiller. Finds the Ithaca keeper instead. So a lot of chances there for Union. A very offensive performance there, but the Ithaca defense is really starting to come on strong. Ball's at X for Ithaca now. Ithaca's been finding these passes left and right so far this second half. And looking for the one-on-one against Johnson. It isn't there. He's going to pass it back out to set something up. Here's the passes it to X. Tries to find a cover over the middle. Isn't there. Finds a pass. Save Widlitz. Widlitz finds Greco, and Greco's been great on these clears all day, and she's going to find a deep pass here to Maddie Schiller. Schiller taking off the ball. As it Union really had a 3-on-2 there from the pass from Greco. Kind of a long ball there to Maddie Schiller, and Schiller just gets caught by the Ithaca defense there, and then a kind of a weird play towards the end as it rolls in on the Ithaca goalie. But now here's Ithaca on offense. Ithaca's clears all game long have been fantastic. Ball's at X for Ithaca. They're going to try to find a cutter. They're trying to set something up. Nothing's there. Good defense by Johnson here. Shot comes in, and it goes in. Another goal here for the Bombers. Caitlin Eclay, who had the fun, was it a goal, was it not a goal earlier, finally gets on the stat sheet. Now just a 5-goal lead for the Garnet Chargers. .232 left in the third here. Draws controlled by Union. Here comes Mickelson. Mickelson finds Joseph. Compa. Over to Doyle. Back to Compa. Del Papa. Shot comes in, but it is saved by Ithaca. 1:45 left here in the third, and now here's Ithaca's clear. Find a pass. It's a one-on-one here for Ithaca. There's no defensive help. Flag comes in. Good play by Lockney there to save what seemed to be a sure goal into a free position shot. So now here is Anna Dahlman. Immediate whistle is blown there. As now Anna Dahlman gets another chance. Didn't look like she was going to shoot it that first time. She shoots it, it goes wide. It's going to stay the way of Ithaca. The ball is at X. There's now 1 minute left here. Shot clock is just at 60. Shot comes in, goes wide. Stays the way of Ithaca. Clock's going to keep running. Ball's up top for Ithaca. Just about 35 seconds left here. Here's Lockney on defense. Plays some good defense. Ithaca passes it back out to X. Johnson comes in for the help. Can't find anything. And Ithaca try to get this offense started. Here they come. One-on-one, finds a pass to the middle, shoots it. Ball stays on the ground, off the stick of Widlitz. Dembowski controls, and she's just going to run this out. And at the end of the third, it is a 15-10 lead for the Garnet Chargers. So Ithaca coming on strong there. Don't go anywhere. In 2 minutes will be the start of the fourth year at Frank Bailey. Back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Remember, at the Union men's side, just took down the first-seeded Ithaca in a 10-4 win. Union, the 4-seed, is going to be playing in the Liberty League Championship. So congrats to them on that side. But here comes Joseph all the way. Saved there. Whistle is blown. And Ithaca is going to keep the ball. Union is hounding. Bad pass there is going to be scooped up by Lockney. And here is Pats on the clear. Pats is going to take it all the way up until she finds a pass, and she finally does. She finds Alana Mickelson. Here's Glancy trying to find Doyle. Almost knocked off the ball there. Eventually does. Now here's Compa to calm it down. Over to Doyle. Doyle cutting. There's he can't find the pass. Del Papa. Off to Schiller. Schiller with another high pass over the head of Compa. Immediately goes Ithaca's way. Ithaca thought about darting straight to goal, but good defensive turn. Pass comes in for Ithaca. It's nothing there. Compa's just going to run it herself. Is going to come and try to find Joseph. It does off the bounce. Joseph finds a crease there. He's going to keep running. Joseph's going to go all the way here. She can't find anything, but a foul happens. It's most likely going to be a card. You heard a stick hit something. A yellow card comes in against Ithaca. So it's going to be number 36. Caitlin Eclay is going to be assessed at the senior from Geneva, New York. And Joseph didn't even think about shooting that one. Immediately tries to set up the offense. So, ball's with Compa. Doyle darting in. Doyle is still trying to shoot it. Fakes the shot. It's now up with Mickelson. Mickelson up top to Compa. Compa to Del Papa. Del Papa behind the goal. This is Joseph. Joseph gets checked with. That was. Looks like the wind almost got taken out of her there. She's up and walking it off. And now a green card is assessed. So Ithaca now 2 players in the box. 124 on the yellow, obviously 1 minute for the green. So there's Katrina Clark. As a horn blows, normally signaling a timeout, but we're going to see what the so the Ithaca coach is talking to the referee, trying to figure some stuff out there. And so a bunch of conversation is still happening here, just kind of trying to figure out what's going on. And so the Ithaca coach calls over the referee. They have a conversation, but nothing's happening. There's a long pause there. A lot of arguments about whether there should have been a card, whether the card should have been worse for the hit on Joseph. So, but no, it stays green, and here is Union on the attack. Glancy turned around shot, and the Ithaca goalie completely on top of it. Just under 11 minutes left here in this fourth. Union still holding the 5-goal lead. And now here's Ithaca's clear. Ithaca's just on this clear. Ithaca's just finding amazing passes. So here's Ithaca. Lockney defending. Lockney with some good defense. Still stays with Ithaca though. Natural still taking it. Oh, whistle is blown. Didn't really see much contact, and a green card is assessed as well against Lockney.
Green card is assessed to number 13, Kate Lockney.
So Kate Lockney is sent to the penalty box in just under 10 minutes left here. So 1 minute for Lockney, and now we're going to see what Ithaca can do with this reset shot clock. Ithaca's going to just pass it around. Tries to attempt a one-on-one. Nothing's there. Passes it back out. Ball's now up top. Moving quickly with the passes. Attempts a one-on-one. Good defense there from Verano. Verano defending. Ithaca finds a pass. Wants to cut inside. Can't. Good defense. Greco. Dembowski's up top. Trying to help. Ithaca. Just nothing happening. A whistle is blown. And it looks like it's going to be shooting space. It's going to be the call, or maybe just a push. There's no card. I didn't really see much, but yes, this is going to be a free position shot. Ithaca's had a lot of these today. They come in. And misses it out top, but stays with Ithaca somehow. And here is Ithaca again. 20 seconds on the shot clock. High pass taken in by Ithaca. Ball's behind the goal. Tries to find somebody over the middle. Can't. Shot clock's at 15. Ithaca really needs to get a shot off. Passes it to the middle, and a wreck right in front of the goal. I'm expecting a card, no card, but a free position shot. 6 seconds on the shot clock. And this is to keep Ithaca within striking distance. Shot comes in. Widlett save. And Dembowski finds Verano to Widlitz. Widlitz with a very high pass to Dembowski. Dembowski all the way to Johnson. Johnson, really high pass. Capped in. And here's Union. Union with numbers. Cut in. Maddie Schiller off the crossbar. And just a devastating blow for Schiller there. As the bounce pass, or the bounce shot, excuse me, comes in and just hits off the crossbar and is scooped up by the Ithaca goalie. Now Ithaca's moving very quickly, finds a pass over the middle. Shot comes in on Widlitz and scores. Kelly Jerry on the goal there. So now Union only up by 4. Now, remember, this was a 14-6 lead, but since then, in this second half, Ithaca is outscoring Union 5-1. So Union outscored Ithaca in that first half 14-6, and now it's 5-1. And Ithaca is very well within striking distance. The Compa draw finds the stick of Greco, and now here comes Maddie Greco. Finds Mickelson. Over to Joseph. Ball's on the ground with Glancy. Glancy spins her defender. It's still not going to go for goal. Let's find Schiller. Schiller's going to dump it for Joseph. Here comes Mickelson. Del Papa is looking for a shooting space call, doesn't get it. Mickelson. Over to Doyle. Del Papa finds Schiller, finds Joseph in the middle, and just can't find the net. Good pass, comes in. Schiller scores. Schiller trying to put away this one. Now has a hat trick off of the Mickelson assist. So Maddie Schiller.
Union goal scored by number 14, Maddie Schiller. Assist number 12 for 100th career point, Lana Mickelson.
And Lana Mickelson just got her 100th career point, the senior. So a huge congratulations to Lana Mickelson on her 100th career point. And Mickelson with great control off the draw there to keep Union on offense. Glancy behind the net. Finds they'll pop up to Compa. Doyle tries the one-on-one. Immediate pass back out to Compa up top. Finds Del Papa. Del Papa finds Glancy. Over to Mickelson at X. Mickelson hounded at X. Tries to find somebody over the middle. Compa stays on the ball. Del Papa spins, finds Compa. Pass to the middle for Schiller. And it's scooped up by the Ithaca goalie. That's Michaela Datillo in goal for Ithaca. But a great play by Jillian Joseph to come in on that transition. But a long pass for Maddie Deneen there. And Lockney just telegraphs that pass. And it finds the stick. So Maddie Schiller had it there and immediately lost it, but a whistle is blown. And Union really just trying to take control late here. 4 minutes, 8 seconds left. Dembowski finds Doyle, and Doyle's just going to take this up herself. Behind the net with Glancy. Glancy up top for Compa. Over to Del Papa. Compa. Doyle. Doyle makes one miss. Doyle comes in, shoots, saved. Del Papa to keep it in. She does. Just under a minute on the shot clock now. Jillian Joseph darting between 4 Ithaca defenders, makes one fall. Has no shot. Passes it out to Compa. That stick just grabs a hold of her. So Compa, it looks like we're going to get a free position. And we do. Here's Hannah Compa. Compa already has 3 on the day. Compa shoots, bounces wide. It's trying to be kept in by Union, and it just finds the crease for Ithaca. Ithaca with an immediate clear. Ithaca with numbers up top, trying to find a pass. Johnson there to intercept the pass. What a play by Johnson. Sammy Johnson coming up clutch. Immediately loses it on the transition. And a whistle is blown. Clock is stopped. As there's now a yellow card on Johnson. So for the 2 minutes, Johnson will be in the box, and there's 2:10 left in this game. So Johnson, who just had the incredible, almost pretty much you could call it goal-saving play there. And now the refs are trying to figure out where to position this for Ithaca. They do, and now Ithaca decides their offense. Ithaca does need to act fast here. Ball's right next to right behind the goal. Now up top, darting around. They're trying to find somebody over the middle. They can't. Back up top. Find somebody in the middle. Turn around, shoots it, scores it. That is Holowinski with her 2nd of the day. So now with 1:50 left. So with that goal, it is now just a 4-goal lead for Union. Now, if you're Union, with a minute left and a 4-goal lead, you're comfortable to just hopefully win the Compa draw, and then in this transition, just hold it pretty much. Hold it, and then immediately, with maybe 5-8 seconds left on that shot clock, try to get a shot off, and then you leave Ithaca with, 20 seconds to clear it. So this draw is huge for the Garnet Chargers. And Compa wins it. Compa's going to take it all the way up herself. Behind the goal with Mickelson. Here's Doyle. With now just a minute left in the quarter, Union is more than happy to just hold on to this. There's about 14 seconds between shot and game. Doyle spinning. Just under 30 in the game clock. Passes it to the middle. Compa shoots. It's scooped by Ithaca, but folks, it does not seem like there's going to be a chance for the Bombers to really go and win this one. Just under 10 seconds, a 4-goal lead, and so this is going to be this one rolling out, and Union is going to take the win here. The Garnet Chargers are going to play William Smith in the Liberty League Championship, a 16-12 win for the Union Garnet Chargers. So Sunday afternoon, tune in and watch the Union College Garnet Chargers take on William Smith in the championship. Thank you so much. And what a fantastic season and at home for these Garnet Chargers, and hopefully an even better trip on the road on Sunday. Again, 16-12, Union wins. Have a great night.